Previously in G.I. Joe Martial Law. In a reality turned upside down, 6 stalwart G.I. Joes find themselves in a world where their own organization is a tyrant and Cobra, once their sworn enemy, stands as a force for good. As they grapple with the twisted truth, 2 of their ranks are captured and imprisoned at the hands of their own counterparts. Amidst the chaos, alliances are forged with unlikely allies as Cobra Commander and his officers offer a tentative partnership to stop their common enemy, the corrupted G.I. Joe organization. Through daring infiltration missions and high-stakes battles, the Joes uncover secrets, clash with familiar faces, and ultimately embark on a daring escape. With the realization of Mercer's defection from the Cobra ranks, the heroic alliance races against time to define and destroy the Bastabites and restore order to the multiverse.
Issue 4. Escape and Evade. The air crackled with tension as Mercer, now a ruthless enforcer for the G.I. Joe regime, stood at the helm of the attack on the Cobra facility. His eyes glinted with a newfound sense of purpose.
Don't hold back. Eviscerate those snakes where they stand.
He led his team of tyrannical G.I. Joes, including Barbecue, Bazooka, and Alpine, the last 2 vying for vengeance from the incidents at the cell. Alongside them were the displaced Destro and Dragonus, eager to join in on the fun of potentially taking out G.I. Joes from their reality. Inside the Cobra facility, the displaced G.I. Joes and their unlikely allies, the Cobra operatives, prepared for the onslaught.
We got incoming!
Firefly shouted from the monitors. Flint's jaw tightened as he surveyed the approaching threat, his mind racing with strategies to counter the impending attack. As Mercer's forces breached the perimeter of the Cobra facility, chaos erupted in a symphony of gunfire and explosions. In the thick of the fray, Major Blood, a seasoned warrior with a code of honor, made a split-second decision.
Commander, make for the escape route. I'll cover your retreat.
With a defiant roar, he charged towards the advancing Joes, drawing their fire away from his comrades. As the battle raged on, Cobra fought tooth and nail against Mercer's ruthless enforcers. Each member of Mercer's team posed a unique threat, their skills honed through years of combat and dedication to their cause. In the chaos of battle, the displaced Joes and the high-ranking Cobra officers fought their way towards an escape route, their determination unyielding in the face of overwhelming odds. As the conflict reached its crescendo, Major Blood could see the writing on the wall. He knew he wasn't going to make it, but as long as Cobra Commander lived, then he lived his life with a purpose.
For Cobra. For freedom!
The grizzled veteran muttered to himself before charging out to face off against the invading threat for his last battle. An errant explosive shell erupted near the fleeing Joes and Cobra soldiers, and the group was split in 2 during their escape. Flint, Lady J, and Snake Eyes, as well as their Cobra allies Destro and Zartan, found themselves separated from their comrades, their path forward uncertain in the face of relentless pursuit.
Keep moving! We'll meet up afterwards!
Flint shouted, desperate to keep his allies alive and moving. Flint and the others with him raced through the streets of Springfield. The displaced Baroness, with her keen tactical genius, was able to see where the escapees were headed.
They're going into Springfield,
She shouted. Barbecue, along with the displaced Destro and Baroness, quickly pursued. Bullets whizzing past the fleeing soldiers, and explosions echoed in their wake as they sought refuge in the labyrinthine alleyways of the city. Finding temporary shelter in an abandoned warehouse, the group caught their breath, their hearts pounding with adrenaline. Snake Eyes communicating through sign language.
Snake Eyes is asking where Storm Shadow is.
Lady J translated. Destro, his expression grim, conveyed the unfortunate news.
Storm Shadow was captured. They have him imprisoned in the Asia territories.
Snake Eyes, his determination unwavering, signed again.
Snake says we need to rescue him.
Lady J translated once more.
He says Storm Shadow could prove to be the best chance at turning the tide.
You sure about this, Snake?
Flint asked the silent ninja. Snake Eyes replied with his commanding officer with a definitive head nod.
Good enough for me. We have a way of getting to the Asia territories, Destro?
Destro replied with a sense of urgency.
There is an airfield nearby where we could commandeer transportation.
The group quickly formulated a plan to make their way to the Springfield airfield. However, before they could put their plan into action, the tranquility of their hideout was shattered as the wall exploded inward, showering them with debris.
Knock, knock. Time to come out to play before your roof catches on fire.
Barbecue shouted. With the tyrannical G.I. Joe forces closing in, the group was once again forced to flee for their lives, their hopes of reaching their destination hanging by a thread. Meanwhile, Beachhead, Shipwreck, Roadblock, Cobra Commander, Baroness, and Firefly navigated the dense forested area, their pursuers hot on their trail. Mercer, Bazooka, and Alpine pursued them with relentless determination, their presence a constant threat looming over the group.
Beachhead, I know the place where we could potentially find safety.
Cobra Commander told the Army Ranger.
You know this world better than we do. Lead the way.
Beachhead replied. Cobra Commander led the group deeper into the forest, where he revealed a hidden Cobra stinger, concealed beneath the thick foliage and camouflage to evade detection. With a sense of relief washing over them, Beachhead and the others piled into the Cobra stinger, their spirits lifted by the prospects of escape. As the engine roared to life, they sped off towards the destination, Enterprise City, a beacon of hope in the midst of a turmoil and uncertainty. However, even as they raced towards the safety, the specter of their pursuers lingered in the back of their minds, a constant reminder of the dangers that awaited them in the unforgiving world. Arriving at the Springfield airfield, the pursued Joes and Cobra found themselves surrounded by danger once again. Before they could make their move, they were ambushed by none other than the Supreme Leader Duke, Dusty, Shockwave, and Law.
No survivors. Yo, Joe!
With adrenaline coursing through their veins, the fleeing soldiers engaged in a fierce battle against the tyrannical Joes. Their skills and determination put to the test, Flint, Lady J, Snake Eyes, and Destro fought with unwavering resolve, each member of the team holding their ground against the relentless assault. Amidst the chaos of battle, Zartan made a split-second decision.
You fall get to the transport. I'll provide the cover.
I am not leaving another man behind.
Flint shouted back, desperate to not fail another under his command.
Have no fear, soldier boy. I have a plan of escape.
Zartan replied. Flint reluctantly agreed, and now the quartet made their way across the tarmac and into their escape vehicle. As the cargo plane made its way down the runway, Zartan sprang into action, drawing the attention of Supreme Leader Duke and his forces. Using his cunning and deception, Zartan engaged the evil Joes in a daring game of cat and mouse, buying precious time for his comrades to make their escape.
Come and get me, you cowards! I'm right here!
He shouted in taunt. Inside the cargo plane, the tension ran high as the plane prepared for takeoff. Flint took the pilot's seat, his hands steady as he navigated the controls with precision. Lady J, Snake Eyes, and Destro stood ready, their eyes scanning the horizon for any signs of trouble.
Hold on tight, everyone! We're about to take off!
Flint shouted as he pulled back on his flight stick. Just as the cargo plane began to lift off the ground, Zartan pulled out a communicator and issued a command to his dreadnoughts, a group of benevolent freedom fighters under his command. With a grin, shouted,
Distract them, my dreadnoughts. We need to buy off friends some time.
Ripper, Torch, and Buzzer came blazing in on their motorcycles, their engines roaring as they descended upon the airfield. The tyrannical Joes, caught off guard by the sudden onslaught, found themselves overwhelmed as the Dreadnoks unleashed a barrage of firepower, creating a diversion that allowed the cargo plane to make its escape. With the cargo plane soaring in the skies, Zartan seized his opportunity, leaping on the back of one of the bikes. As he rode off into the distance, he shouted back,
Until next time, G.I. Schmoes.
Despite the odds stacked against them, the quartet has succeeded in their mission, and now they were one step closer to turning the tide against their enemy. Under the cloak of darkness, the other fleeing heroes stealthily navigated the shadowed alleys and deserted streets of Enterprise City. With Mercer, Bazooka, and Alpine still on their trail, every step was a calculated risk. Every corner turned into a potential encounter with their relentless pursuers. As they approached their destination, the tension in the air was palpable.
This is our destination.
Cobra Commander silently hissed. The group slipped into the rear entrance of a nondescript building, their movements swift and silent as they ascended to the penthouse level. The building's interior was dark and eerily quiet, heightening their senses as they made their way upward. Upon reaching the penthouse, they cautiously entered the lavish apartment, their eyes scanning the surroundings for any signs of danger. To their surprise, the spacious living area appeared to be deserted, the only sound the soft hum of the city outside.
Wait a second. I recognize this place.
Beachhead said aloud. Just as they began to let their guard down, the lights flickered to life, illuminating the room in a warm glow. Standing on either side of the group were the identical twins of Tomax and Zaymot, their cold, calculating gazes fixed upon the intruders. The two twins began to speak, finishing each other's sentences in an eerie fashion.
Why, Cobra Commander, it's such a pleasure to have you drop by.
To be continued. What's up, gang? Dragonus Prime, come back at you from my dungeon, and this was issue 4 of our G.I. Joe martial law story. This one was a lot of fun putting together. We got to see a lot of action and adventure in this one. We got to include some of my favorite characters with the 3 Dreadnoks, as well as we hinted and teased at the next episode, which will include Storm Shadow. So we're getting all the ninjas involved. I hope you guys had a lot of fun with this one. I know I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to showing you the fun ninja action in the next episode. I want to talk about the new art style I did for it, with the more cel-shaded look. That was actually done on purpose. I did that so that you guys could actually see what these new characters look like. Well, two-factor. One for that. The other ones I wanted to make it look more like the cartoon. But I figured you guys have only ever seen the black and white versions of these alternate martial law universe characters. So this way we've got a little color in there. You can actually see what these guys look like. But yeah, I don't want to talk too long. Keep this one short and sweet. Just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share this. Let everyone watch this. And if there's any characters you guys want to see in the next episode or two, let me know. I'm always down to add some more. Otherwise, until next time, I'll see you on the funny pages. Hey everyone, today's video is sponsored by Faraday Toys, your go-to toy store for all things fun and exciting. Whether you're in Indianapolis or browsing online, Faraday Toys has everything you need to ignite your imagination. Don't miss out. Check them out today. Links are below in the description.